How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the UKnowAdamTsang podcast, your one-stop shop for inspiring stories about people, passions, and all things business. You know what I'm saying? We're picking up right where we left off on my interview with Hunter Cornett, founder of Burrowwood. If you missed part one, please be sure to go back and listen to Hunter's story. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy the show.
And then TikTok. We really put a lot of emphasis in TikTok.
Why did you go towards that platform?
It was free.
Yeah.
It's
Did
free.
you know, what was the moment that you knew that was the platform for you to continue? Were you investing in like Instagram and Facebook at all? Like, did you do any marketing on those platforms?
Yeah. So I think this is what's cool about TikTok. Every other social media, it's you grow like with your friends, your family that you already have.
Sure.
Right. So like all of your friends and like all your Facebook people, those aren't just like random people that you've probably met on a social media thing. Like those are all like your circle.
Yeah.
You know, like I think like they're kind of like circle apps, you know, where it's just like you decide how many people you want in your circle. You can accept, you can decline.
Sure.
They can see nothing, they can see everything.
Sure.
What I love about TikTok is that it'll show you what circle you even want to be into.
Sure.
You know, and we're selling circles.
Sure.
So it's like, I probably won't be on everyone's For You page, but we've been on a lot of people's For You pages. That being the crafters,
yeah,
the small business owners
yep.
that need these blank wood. It's crazy what the algorithm can do.
Completely agree. I think that, you know, TikTok, the way that TikTok works, and you talk about kind of like these different networks, is the algorithm is just so smart at getting the content that people care about to them. Absolutely. As opposed to like, you know, if you think about like Instagram, Facebook, you have to then go out and pursue. I mean, some things like, you know, if it's shared through your friends, but it's so much slower. Where on TikTok, because it's this constant stream of like, you know, you're watching video after video, when you see something that you like and you either like it or you share it to somebody, the algorithm recognizes that, and then you will show you content that is similar to that.
Yeah.
And so it hit on like the crafters. And what did it do for your business?
It converted, you know, I mean, it showed, like, they told me like, hey, this is what you need to be doing. Mm-hmm. This is what we need, you know, like I was like, hey, like what size circles are good size circles? Cause I know nothing about what you guys are doing.
Sure.
And so like, that's how you have to do it. You know, I mean, you can't know everything.
Sure.
So the best advice I've ever gotten was from people on TikTok that I've never met before.
Sure.
And the beauty of it is like, I can't sell these circles or any blank wood to any of my friends, family, anyone that I really know that's in that inner circle that I think these other platforms, you know, is for. Like, I can show them that like, hey, like my business is finally, you know, showing a little life.
Yeah.
It's showing success, and they'll give me likes for that.
Sure.
You know, they like that. And like, that's your inner circle, you know, social apps. But I think TikTok is just like, what circle?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it'll show everyone that video, like, anyone that would enjoy your video and be entertained by it, that's who your video is going to get shown to, you know. And if your videos aren't producing, there's a few things that I think, you know, kind of go into it. I mean,
sure.
Like, what are your thoughts?
In terms of what?
Like,
if they're not converting?
Yeah, I mean, like, it goes, because like we've seen everything from, I mean, blurry content,
sure.
You know, like garbage video to high definition, I mean, crazy video.
I think, you know, you never can tell. I mean, you know, there's at this time, I would say that anything that's able to hold attention, but it's almost crazy. I don't know if you've seen that TikTok where there's this girl and then she gets hit on the side of like the bed and she yells out like a note, and then she falls down, but then everybody's taking that like that note.
Oh yeah,
and then mixing into songs and
yeah.
like and who would have thought that, like, you know, like that single piece of content, not to say that is in any way like maybe tied to a business, but the fact remains is like, you know, people's attention is right now captured by that app. You know, I have companies that also are being advertised on TikTok, and my story is that I was pouring money into Facebook and Instagram, like high quality photos, like very like structured posts, giveaways, and doing this for probably about 6 months.
Yeah.
And the product itself is a very unique product. It's called the Whiskey Grail, for maybe some of those listeners that don't know, haven't heard of it. But the fact is that we took that video. It was an unboxing video, and unboxing videos on just in general are very interesting. They people want to see to it. What's in the box? Like, what's in the box?
It's
right?
a mystery.
Yeah,
they've never seen it before.
But we put that same video on Instagram. It got 600 views. On TikTok, I think up to this point in time, it has about 320,000 views. And 320,000 views, not just views, but I saw conversions immediately shoot up from my side. Like because I see kind of like what it did.
This was all for free too, right?
Exactly.
I mean, like whenever I think about it, it's like, how much would that cost on any other platform?
Yep.
I mean, a fortune.
Yeah.
An absolute fortune.
Yep.
And so, like, I feel like with the conversions being free,
yeah,
like, since you don't have to pay, as long as you actually create good content and, develop a community and consistency and all that kind of stuff, which I think every creator's still working on.
Sure.
I think, dude, there's some good creators out there. Like, I know, like, some people might think it's weird, but, dude, Tony, he knows how to create content. Some of it's, like, a little out there.
Yeah.
But you will never see a video of his get less than 1 million views.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that. It's like, it's good quality content. It's
Sure.
It's not because he has the amount of followers he has, because that's one thing I've seen as well, at least recently with my like account and stuff. It's just like, even when I had like 5,000 or 10,000 followers, you'll get, if it's a good video, you'll get more views than your followers. If it's not a good video, you're going to get less views than your followers, probably at about like a same % rate too. So like right now, like a non-good video for me gets like around 1,000 views within the first like few days.
Got you.
And right now we're at like 35,000 followers.
Sure.
It might be different for every, account too.
Sure.
Like everyone has different performance ratings, whatever. But like, I think you'll know when you have a good video when it gets more views than what
the amount of followers.
Yeah. I mean, because then it's like a total proof that you at least hit the For You page.
Yeah.
And that's where you really start hitting it. Because, like, I mean, I guess, like, as you start growing your community, what I've kind of experienced is, like, it's almost kind of coming, like, Facebook-y. You know, like, they're kind of becoming my inner circle, which is fun.
Sure.
But it's, like, if it doesn't even go out to all my followers, then there's no way it's going to go out to For You page. It's, like, you got to figure out a way to, like, always keep love to your followers and show them new stuff instead of just like unboxing videos.
Sure.
But that's tough too, because it's like, but like it's like, I say it's tough, but literally, dude, I mean, our best performing video, 1.4 million views. It took 15 minutes in total to come up with the idea, to shoot it, edit it, post it. 30 minutes in, 10,000 views.
Yeah.
I was on the phone with my mom.
Yeah.
And I tell you, like, I really don't talk to her that often, but it's always like in these moments where it's like, I was like, Mom, like,
did you see orders?
I think, yes. On this one, it was like,
awareness?
All right, so, yeah, I mean, it was really like a lot of followers, likes, that kind of thing. Because it, honestly, it got like 10,000, 12,000 likes, something like that. So for, 1 million plus views, it's like, I mean, the percent is like, hey, I mean, you still got,
Sure.
a good amount, but it's also like, I've seen million view videos that have 200,000 likes.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah.
How?
Yeah.
Like, but like,
so in here, like, I guess one of the general statements, because maybe, somebody in the audience is kind of like thinking about like, starting a business. Like, how would you recommend that they start their, I guess, TikTok journey?
I would say, so there's actually a really cool creator. I follow her. Like, dude, I learned a lot from her, and she probably doesn't even know that I'm learning from her.
Sure.
And she probably doesn't even know that she's teaching.
Sure.
Like, I like to call myself a creative.
Yeah.
So like being a creator is just kind of part of it, and you should be watching everyone.
Sure.
The people that are the people that just make noises into microphones, you know, like ASMR, like, you know, like people be like, you know, you want that, but you know, you want to put your own spin on it. I mean, I'm never going to be like, get sword circles, you know, like, but I see, you know, like what are they doing? What's the lighting like?
Love that.
Like, what's the follower count?
Man.
You know, like all of that stuff is like, you have to look at that.
So you consume, like, were you consuming TikTok at this point? Like, before you started on TikTok yourself, were you consuming a bunch of content?
I was. And like, I do advise, I mean, I think all platforms are now taking on like, you know, TikTok.
That
kind
type
of like,
of vibe, yeah.
Yeah, you got like YouTube Shorts,
Yeah.
you know, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, you know, the whole nine. So it's just like, now it's available on all platforms. But if you wanted to start on TikTok, I would say start an account and just like everyone else says, I mean, but watch, follow, engage, like put comments that are just like good questions. Because like, I mean, I've put a good question on someone's video before. Something so simple to where it's like, what type of material is that?
Yeah.
Or, hey, can you show me how you pack your orders?
Mm-hmm.
Just even if it's just very simple, but it's just engagement. I think that's everything on TikTok.
Yeah.
It's all about engagement. And if you can get people to engage with you, even without you posting videos, you're on the right track.
Yeah.
But if you still have trouble people not engaging with you and you're commenting on people's stuff, you're liking them, you're following people, but like, let's say you followed, like after like the first week or two, I wouldn't say like, do not follow more than like 100 or 200 people in a week, just because like, give it some time, you know, like work the algorithm. You know, it's like getting a brand new baseball glove. Like, dude, you're going to have to like pound the baseball glove even before you catch that first ball.
Sure.
You know, so before you even post that first video, go ahead and pound the glove, you know, like literally go through TikTok and go on everyone's lives, like just comment on their lives, like give hearts, you know, but all in the industry that you're trying to be in.
Sure.
And so that's where I've loved TikTok is, dude, think about the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, people would have to pay so much to try to
break through,
advertise their song.
Yeah.
And
well, you heard about the Handsomer like remix, right?
Russ.
She just signed on, like to his label.
That's incredible.
From a TikTok video. Like, imagine what that person would have had to have done in the past. There's no way to break through that noise. But now that power has been placed in the hands of the audience to like, you know, that are watching the content and that are liking it.
Yeah.
It's completely flipped the game.
I mean, I think even like views though too, right? Because like the only way to listen to music before all this kind of stuff was like open your music app. Even before that, it was like, oh, do you have that song downloaded?
Yeah.
Before that, I was like, oh, dude, you got to go get the CD, you know?
8-track?
Yeah, just like, it's like before that, it's like, so like nowadays, it's like, if you're an artist, you know, if you're out there right now, like if you got songs, like dude, just press record.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like at the end of the day, turn a light on, dude, get in front of a window if you have to.
Yeah.
One of the best pieces of advice that I saw that like I don't think a lot of people touch on, there's a reason that people take videos in their car. And they might not know it, you know, because like some people it's just like, dude, I got like I got kids and stuff running around the house, like I got no other place to take videos. So then, you know, like everyone has their own reasons, but if you need a place to shoot something, take it in your car. I mean, the lighting, the sound quality, everything is a lot better than, you know, if you were in like a big room or like even outside, you know, sometimes like if it's a windy day, all that kind of stuff. And also like, you've seen all, like, I'm not in the music industry, but if I was to create a song and let's say I'm going to create a love song, right? It's a country love song. On TikTok, my idea would be like, okay, we're going to set the camera up, you know, on the dash. You've seen this before, you know, like I'm going to get in the car and be like, oh, I'm about to show my girlfriend, you know, this love song that she's never seen before. Yeah. In reality, is it kind of like you're faking it? A little bit.
Sure.
But like, all movies have scripts.
Sure. So like, I mean, I think that, you know, right now, especially in the music industry, there's been no better tool, regardless of any industry. And that's like a statement that I'm making right now. Regardless of what industry you're in, in order to reach your audience in this day and age, I think it's very critical that you be on TikTok.
Absolutely.
There's this guy that I follow named Mr. Manelli or something like that, and he's an artist. What he does is he just basically goes to random locations and sings the same song every single day. Brooklyn Bridge, a supermarket, whatever it is, and like for me, like. The fact that I'm even saying his name right now proves that it's working.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, that's what's wild about it, right?
Uh-huh.
And so like I feel like the music industry, or even like, you know, restaurants or whatever it is, there's so many different benefits that can come from that platform that right now is the time. So, you know, the audience that is watching right now, if you are not on that platform, that's honestly the point that I'm hitting home today is like, if you are not on that platform, you need to be on it. There's no question in my mind that right now is the time. And here's the other side of it. Just like Facebook, just like Instagram, that window is closing.
Mm-hmm.
It's happening right now because it's going to become flooded, right?
Yeah.
So you have a short amount of time to be able to execute and capture that attention while it's hot.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people, I mean, like this creator, her name's Miss Dutchie, and it's so crazy. Like, dude, her lives every single night. She goes live every single night at 8 p.m.
Yeah,
she'll have 6,000 people in her live.
Yeah,
and she's making epoxy cups.
Yeah,
so she's turning these tumblers, you know, doing epoxy cups, and she has almost 500,000 followers now. I've seen her grow from, I mean, not even like she wasn't even at like 100,000.
Yeah,
she doesn't even post videos really.
Yeah. It's just lives now.
Yeah, so like the way I see her content is like, and this is what everyone should do. Like, dude, look at everyone's TikTok page and learn from it.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, go look at mine. Like, point out all the flaws because there's plenty of them. You know, and like, but learn from maybe the ones that like you might be able to get like, yo, I could do that kind of like I like that transition that he did. You can take something.
Yeah,
but like, I mean, like that's what I love about it. It's just like we sell wood circles, you know. It's almost like if you're trying to sell cars, like you'd have, like back in the day, you'd have to pay for like a local commercial. Yeah, and it costs like thousands of dollars. Yeah, like my dad, when he opened a restaurant, he paid for a bunch of advertising. And it cost like $5 to $10 grand a month. You know, to get it like really going. And it's just like, that's crazy because we've spent zero. Yeah, you know, we've got over 6 million views. Like that's just under like the Burrowwood hashtag. Yeah, and I think it's just crazy. I mean, like, you got to be ready to pivot though, because that's what like Miss Dutchie did. Like, she was just making all sorts of crafts, and then she went live and started doing these tumblers. Now she's only doing tumblers. Yeah, and so like she found her thing. So like, I mean, I feel like that's what happened to us. You know, I know like y'all like with Whiskey Grill, you guys have had a few, you know, like versions of the grill before y'all, you know, came to, you know, your final one, because like, you know, it works and like that's like everything. But it's like, it's tough for a lot of people to find that one thing. Sure. And the cruel reality is that you could skip over that thing. Yeah. And not even realize it. Yeah. You know, like when we were making custom signs, we were skipping over the blank wood on that first step. Yeah. And like we went down negative 20,000 doing that instead of just staying at that first step of just cutting the wood and sanding it. That's right. And prepping it. But I don't know. I mean, with TikTok, dude, I mean, I've seen a lot of the music side. I've seen people blow up on music there. I think that's amazing. Yeah. Just because like it's the plays. Yeah. And the song, you know, and like, I guess some artists say that they don't like it. Yeah, like there's a lot of views on it.
I don't think that there's so regardless of if they like it or not. Yeah. It's the reality. You're always going to have the old cronies that are like, I don't like something. Yeah. Right. But the reality of it is, if you can't keep up with the times, it's the same thing with music, right? Like you have like probably your music preferences, like this new age or mumble rap for a period of time or whatever it is. Like maybe that's not your cup of tea, but you can't knock it if it's what people want.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's working too, you know, like, I mean, that's the thing is like, if something's working, like, why are you going to knock it? Yeah. You know, like if anything, like innovate it. Yeah. You know, make it even better. Yeah. I think it's kind of, I mean, that's a huge thing. Like nowadays it's just like, everyone's always like kind of comparing themselves to a lot of people. Sure. Like, and I think social media does that. Like, I seriously think like social media was intended. It was created for all of us to, you know, come closer together and feel connected. but at the same time, it's
Unique
done the
person,
opposite. And that's like, you know, the tough part about it. But like at the end of the day, like that's where you gotta have friends. You know, you gotta have your social. You know, like you just gotta have your people, your family, and like don't overdo yourself.
Yep.
You know, I mean, you can get burned out really quick. I mean, it was like every day that when we had that store open and we were going down in money, I was like, me and Paul would just look at each other and be like,
Yeah.
what are we doing, dude?
Yeah.
Like, how much more are we just going to spend on this black card before, like,
Yeah.
we don't have any more to spend, and then we
Yeah.
got to pay it all back eventually?
Yeah.
And what if we don't have any product and we're still down, you know? So, I don't know.
That's awesome, man. Well, I mean, I really appreciate kind of like you sharing your story. I think it's one of the ones where it's super inspiring, honestly. You know, you're going through that journey right now of, you know, of the challenges that a lot of entrepreneurs face, and not only facing those challenges, but coming out the other side stronger, right? And I think that that's something that a lot of people need to, those are the stories that people love, right? People want to hear, like, you know, people win. And again, you know, I started off this podcast, like I've just seen you grow not only as an entrepreneur, but also as a person through these past couple years that I've known you. And I'm so excited about kind of like what's coming up next for you. So with that said, I appreciate you spending some time with us on the show. And then, super excited.
For sure, man. No, it's been a pleasure. I'm excited to see what happens, and I think everything happens for a reason. So go find yours.
Yeah. Cool, man.